Hello, welcome to our channel. So Aaron's been feeling under the weather, so here he is taking honey with garlic. Um, Hopefully you'll enjoy our probably last cooking for this month of February. I'm not sure if I'll keep up, but we'll see. Please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, all the good stuff, and I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, every single day I drink this. So I fill my cup up with ice. I add one protein shake, shake it up. I don't know if you need to, I just do. And I do this, I make this on the way to work. Now you can add froths, you can add sugar, like the sugary syrups or the zero sugars or the skinny syrups or whatever. And then I top it off with whatever. You can make your own cold brew. I buy them. Sometimes if I run out, I'll make it and just use this bottle. Like I'll wash it and just use the same bottle. I don't do anything special to mix it. I don't add any froths. You can. When I make my husband's, I do. Shake it up a little bit. It's good to go. I'm making stuffing to go in the turkey. I do not have a lot of stuff that I normally make. Stuffing, dressing, whatever you want to call it. Ours is going in the bird, so it's going to be stuffing. I don't have celery, but I do have a bunch of celery flakes. We've got garlic, we've got onion. I'm going to use an Italian seasoning, and I got 2 loaves of bread that are cooked, and they're not stale, but we're going to slice them, shred them, chop them, whatever you want to call it. We're going to make them into chunks. We're going to mix all of this together, let all of these like rehydrate in the butter, and then we're going to add the Italian seasoning, let all that, and then we will mix it in with the bread. I'm doing this all the night before, and then the bread will soak up everything, and then I will stuff it into the bird tomorrow. And then I'll show you that, what it looks like when it's all done and ready to be stuffed into the bird. And then I am actually just going to keep it in a Ziploc bag overnight. All right, so like my hand size, this is all celery, the Italian seasoning, the yellow onion, and the garlic. Now mind you, like that doesn't seem like a lot of yellow onion, but it's dehydrated, minced, so it is like, that's going to end up being almost a whole onion. That's going to end up being a whole garlic clove. That is a heaping of Italian and more celery than Italian. You can do however you want. This is just how I do it. And then as the butter melts, it'll soak up all this stuff. And then I will probably end up adding a turkey stock or more butter. We'll see how this all rehydrates. Misjudgment, as I was putting it into this bowl, this is the large Thatsa bowl. It is not going to fit in the Ziploc bag, so I'll probably just put the lid on this. This is what this is starting to look like, and I am definitely going to use turkey stock to make sure everything is nice and moist, because nobody wants a dry stuffing. All right, so I put everything in there. I dumped it over. I mixed it with a spoon a little bit, but it doesn't want to mix very well because I put so much in there. So we're gonna put some gloves on, and I'm just going to mix. And this will get stuffed, so like you can crush it. It doesn't matter. I'm just looking for it to mix up and be nice and gooey. And I dropped a piece. Here you go, puppy. Have a piece of bread. And then I let all of the broth and everything like cool down before I put it in here, so that when I put it in the fridge, it's not gonna like make a mess. And it's kind of coming apart, but it's still sticking together a little bit. And that'll help hopefully keep the turkey nice and moist on the inside. You can see with the butter, it's nice and greasy. So we're gonna put a lid on this, stick it in the fridge, and we will stuff the turkey tomorrow. This may be like old school way, but I cook it in a brown paper bag. Yes, turns out nice and golden, nice and juicy. I did put a stick of butter on the top, and then we've got our stuffing in there. But it's nice and pretty golden. I cut into it right here. Can't resist the dark meat, but this is dinner tonight, and then we'll have turkey sandwiches tomorrow. Jar of homemade salsa and brick of Velveeta. And then we're going to add on the sausage. Ooh, pound burger mixed together with onions and garlic. And we'll add it to this, and it'll be chip dip. Very basic, very plain, very good. All right, so this will be the third day of eating stuff. It'll be all leftovers today. We got leftover turkey, leftover dressing, chips, and there's some of the cheese sauce. And I am warming up the turkey in the pan and the dressing, and we are going to make like grilled sandwiches, like you would make a grilled cheese. We're going to put the turkey, the stuffing, and a slice of cheese, and we're going to grill them like a grilled cheese. So we're warming this stuff up right now, just a little bit. I still got enough to do a few days of this, so I'm not going to show it every day, but just kind of how I really like leftovers. And then we'll also make a turkey pot pie, and I will add some of the the stuffing into the turkey pot pie as well. All right, so tonight we're gonna do some potatoes. I've got some extra virgin olive oil in here. We're going to add like a heaping scoop of garlic. I'm gonna add like just the minced onions. We're gonna add quite a bit of that. We're gonna add some salt. And then pepper, and this one I usually open because it comes out so slow. And I like a lot of pepper. Maybe not that much, but it is what it is. And then I'm going to add potato slayer. I've got my oven at 400 because that's what I needed for everything else. So we're going to coat these real well with the oil. And then we are going to put these in first because they're going to take a little bit longer. But we are doing some flank steak with different things wrapped in it. We're doing a fish with stuff wrapped in it. There's a chicken breast that's got some stuff wrapped in it with a breading on it. And I will show you all that as we get that ready, and I'll put it on a tray. They all take different cook times. So one of them, like the chicken breast, is going to take longer than the flank steak, and the chicken breast and the flank steak are going to take longer than the fish. And the fish is salmon, like a salmon with a crab mixture rolled up into it like a pinwheel. And the same with the flank steaks. They've got stuff wrapped up into them like a pinwheel. So we'll get this in, put it on my baking sheet. I just have a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. We'll move you over to that. And I just lay them out in a nice, and try to get it, some of this good stuff out of the bowl. And then we'll just try and make it as nice and as even as we can so that everything cooks through. And we'll start these off first. And put them in. So the first one to go in is going to be the chicken with cheddar and bacon in it. And then I have these ones sitting out. This is Swiss and mushroom, and that one was actually really good. And this is the plate, all plated up with everything. And then this was what it looked like when it came out. So we have the salmon, Swiss and mushroom, bacon and cheddar, and they're flank steaks. The salmon was stuffed with crab, and then we got some corn and some pasta. And this is what, again, it was the plate. And then the next day we just did leftovers. So I have a little bit of salmon, some of the Swiss and mushroom in mine, some of the potatoes, and some of the macaroni pasta. So we got brats out tonight. The first, like these first two are cheddar brats. These two are an IPA pub beer with cheese. And these two are a Chicago style pizza. We get them from a couple of places. Sometimes we get them from Tom's Market. Sometimes we get them from Horrocks. And whenever like a good one goes on sale, we put them in the freezer. I think all these came from Horrocks though. And then I'm just going to cook some pasta. I got some water boiling back here. This is the pasta that I'm going to cook. I love this mushroom and cheese one, but we also like the cheese and pepper. This was Aaron's plate. He got the beer one with some barbecue sauce on it. All right, Logan got the chili cheese, or the cheese brat, or Eckrich thing. And he wanted some salsa with his chips. All right, so tonight's dinner is like a chicken casserole. Like you would do your tuna noodle, we're gonna add chicken. So I got canned chicken. You can use fresh if you want, but I can up chicken when we have extras and we like it. I add salt to this, so I will not be adding any salt. We're gonna add 1 whole can of corn. I thought about using my own canned corn, but we really like that. And so we tried to use the corn that I can myself, like when we're just gonna eat it, like as a side. I'm adding a can of peas, and then we're going to kind of mix this together. We are cooking the noodles over here. We've got egg noodles, and then we're gonna add 2 cans of the cream of chicken soup, and then we're gonna season with seasoned salt, garlic powder. If I had onion salt, I would use it, and some pepper. And so I'm going to get this mixed up with the noodles in it when they're done cooking, and I will show you what it looks like when we're done, and we will add a little bit of cheese to it too. All right, so this is the chicken mixed with just the peas and the corn. Now you could add your tuna. You're gonna do everything kind of the same. But most people use cream of mushroom soup. You could add beef. You could add pork. Again, I would use cream of mushroom soup if I'm using those ones. But because I'm using chicken, I'm using the cream of chicken. And sorry about the noise in the background. They're watering animals with the faucet next to me. All right, so I put the cream mushroom soup on top of everything that I already mixed together. I add the eggs over the top of that, and then I season like that so that it's hot. As soon as the noodles come out of the water, I put them into this bowl, mix everything up. It'll warm everything up. You can put this in a casserole dish, top it with cheese, and then go from there. But I'm going to mix it up, add a little bit of cheese, and then just serve it up. All right, so everything is mixed up now, and I added about a cup of mozzarella cheese. Now, preferably I would use like Colby Jack or something like that, but I didn't have any shredded. This is what I had shredded, so this is what we're going with. It'll just be a little bit stringier than what we normally do. And then that's it. And then I always leave seasoning salt. I like to add a lot of seasoning salt to mine, so that's what I'm gonna do for me, but the boys will eat it just like this. That was a little close, but yeah, it tastes pretty good. I kind of do the exact same thing when I make a chicken pot pie or a turkey pot pie or anything like that. I add all these same ingredients, but instead of the noodles, I will add potatoes and obviously a crust. And you could add potatoes to this. Actually, I have some potatoes in the fridge. I probably should have warmed up. Leftovers tomorrow will be the same thing. I made a big batch of this so that I don't have to cook tomorrow. And so tomorrow I might warm up the potatoes and add it to it just to give it a little bit different flavor. Aaron not willing to try it, so he's having a leftover brat. Didn't think he would like it. Thought he would eat it. So he's gonna have this. It's not like I had to cook anything extra. I just warmed him up a brat that we already made. And we ran out of buns, so he's gonna have it on bread. This is sad looking, but it is what it is.